Someone didn't believe in you. You were taught that you were not enough, that you were ordinary, that you would never make it. And the most dangerous part is this. Now, you are the one saying it. You took a voice that was never yours and turned it into your own. And for years, you've been living inside a life that was designed by someone else's expectations. Your self-doubt is not random. Holding yourself back is not random. Stopping yourself, even when you could move forward, is not random. So how did this get inside you? Why would a person learn to treat themselves this way? And more importantly, is that voice really yours? Or was it placed there? By the end of this video, you won't just understand why you feel this way. You will understand how this same mechanism shapes the people around you. Because humans don't learn to see themselves through their own eyes first. They learn to see themselves through the eyes of others. A child doesn't build identity from logic. They build it from how they are treated. A look, a tone, a moment of disappointment, being corrected too often, never feeling quite enough. Even without words, a message is delivered. Stay small. Don't risk. Don't fail. And a child does not question that message. They absorb it. And years later, that child grows up. But the voice stays the same. It just changes its name. Now it's called self-doubt, overthinking, self-sabotage, fear of being seen. But most of the time, the problem is not ability. The problem is a silent expectation that was placed on you long before you understood it. And science proved how real this is. In the late 1960s, psychologist Robert Rosenthal asked a disturbing question. If you see someone differently, can you actually change who they become? Can expectation alone change performance, even identity? To test this, Rosenthal and Lenore Jacobson conducted an experiment in an elementary school. First, students were given a test. Then teachers were told that certain students were about to show rapid intellectual growth. They were told these children would bloom. But there was one problem. The list was completely fake. The students were selected at random. There was nothing special about them. No higher intelligence. No hidden advantage. Only one thing changed: what the teachers believed about them. Months later, Rosenthal returned, and the results were undeniable. Those students improved, higher scores, higher measured intelligence, better academic performance. But nothing visible had changed. No extra lessons, no special programs, no direct intervention. So what changed? The way they were treated. More patience, more attention, more opportunity, more belief. And the students felt it, in the tone of voice, in the eyes, even in silence. And that expectation became their reality. This is called the Pygmalion Effect. Expectation changes behavior. Behavior changes experience. Experience changes identity. And identity shapes performance. And the most unsettling part is this. This does not only happen in classrooms. It happens at home, in relationships, in everyday interactions. If you treat someone like they are not enough, long enough, they begin to live like they are not enough. If you see someone as fragile, they become fragile. If you expect failure, you slowly create it. At some point, people stop being who they are and start becoming what is reflected back at them. Now ask yourself, how do you see yourself today? When an opportunity appears, what voice speaks first? Who stops you before you even try? Is it really you? Or is it an expectation that was placed inside you years ago? Maybe you don't trust yourself because no one trusted you. Maybe you keep proving yourself because being yourself was never enough. Maybe you hold back because you learned that mistakes cost you connection. And maybe the hardest truth is this: what you've been trying to fix was never who you are. It was who you were taught to be. But it doesn't stop there, because this works both ways. What was done to you can move through you. The same look that once made you smaller can become your look. The same tone that silenced you can become your voice. And without realizing it, you may be placing the same weight on the people you love. Maybe you were never incapable. Maybe you just grew inside the wrong expectation. Maybe the problem was never who you are, but how you were seen. And now the real question is this: when you look at others, what are you creating? Are you expanding them or quietly shrinking them? Because sometimes what breaks a person is not a single word, but a constant limit they can feel. This is perception unbound. Reality is deeper than you think. And maybe the question is no longer who did this to you, but who are you doing this to?